time's running out. We need to come together now. We have it is only a matter of days before the August 2nd deadline. And while at midnight on August 2nd we don't all turn into pumpkins, we do, as a country, lose our borrowing authority for the first time in our history. And that would be a very bad thing. What I have said, what everyone has said, is that once we lose our borrowing authority, we become at risk of default on our obligations. Now, does the United States continue to take in money? Of course it does. But the point is that after we cease to have the capacity to borrow money, every 60 cents we take in is 40 cents short of the dollar we need to pay out. Among the many obligations we have, the 80 million checks that the Treasury Department alone issues, payments that it issues every month, of the 1.2 billion payments the federal government makes in a year, those include veterans payments, Social Security payments, disability payments. They include the bills to contractors, small businesses, big businesses that do work with the government, the people who manufacture the ammunition that we send to our troops in Afghanistan. And choices then have to be made. And it's a Sophie's choice, right? Who do you save? Who do you pay? That's an impossible situation that this country has never faced and should never face if Congress does what it was elected to do and does its job. The rating agencies are obviously, they make their decisions. That we're not, a downgrade is a bad thing, a default is a catastrophic thing. We obviously, the focus we have to have is on the necessity of reaching an agreement that can pass both houses and be signed into law, that will extend our borrowing capacity to pay the bills we've already run up for a substantial period of time, so that we don't have this cycle where, I mean, imagine, there's one measure right now, there's one notion out associated with one of the measures in Congress, in the House, that would have us doing this again around Christmas time. Does anybody think that's a good idea? What kind of impact would that have on the economy? An extension only adds to the great uncertainty that is already having an impact on markets and the economy. It only casts further doubt around the globe as well as around the country on whether or not Washington can get its act together. The greatest country in the world, the strongest economy in the world, the rock-solid gold standard haven for investors around the world for 100 years, can we function?